Recently I had a patron ask me, can you make a sphere or an apple? And I said, I don't know. I've never tried that before. Let me get back to you. So I pulled out a few scraps of wood that I had on the wood pile. Ironically, I think these pieces of cherry would make good apples. So I'm going to try to turn some apples out of these. I also have this red cedar log that might make a good apple as well, but it's kind of big. So I think I might try to make a sphere out of this log instead. And it's still wet wood, so even if I finish it, it may crack. And there's some rot right here. So I'll have to turn this and evaluate it as we go. I thought it would be cool just to leave a bit of the bark on, and then I realized, oh, I've made a rotten apple. But it turned out pretty neat. I think it looks great. Put one coat of finish on. I'll end up putting more on it to try to give it more of a sheen to make it look like a nice shiny apple. I don't have any special jigs to make spheres or anything, but I do have cardboard and this little thing that I made to draw circles. So what I'm going to do is make a template out of this piece of cardboard that's slightly bigger than the diameter of my log here. So when I'm turning, I can just compare it to get that nice circle without having to have a jig. So the answer to the ultimate question, can I make a sphere or an apple, obviously is yes. I'm actually quite happy with how these turned out. The apple, I think, I ended up making a rotten apple. It's still a very pretty piece of wood. The sphere, however, turned out way better than I thought it would. I'm really pleased with that. So obviously I'm gonna have to put a few more coats of finish on it. This wood really soaked up the finish. It's still wet wood, so it may split eventually, but I'm not too concerned about that. So if you made it this far, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time in Cammy's Garage.